So Jack and I yesterday went in full camo and sat in a bush for an hour, and we went to that little tower, with the observatory, and we saw Brian up there with a bunch of detectives, and we figured out who most of them are. Um, and then late night after everyone went to sleep, I went back to check again on my own, and I found someone else there that kind of confirms the early suspicion, Marty. I found Lucy there, the one that owns the buffalo, talking to Brian on the tower. I got
Okay.
pictures and everything too of everybody. The thing is, there's an issue because I can place everybody that was there. I know who they are, besides one individual that's like an alien to me, bro. So there's a trooper. That's like brown, like long wavy hair. It's a white guy that I've never ever seen before, and he was up there for fucking ages. So to me, it's like, how is a trooper so closely involved in whatever they're talking about up there that we've never seen before? Has like no footprint. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? Um, so I went and bought the magazine that Blunt made from SN like months ago, even like before Christmas time, where they took group photos of all the PDs and gangs and people. And I went through all the department group photos to try and see if I can recognize the guy in anywhere. And I don't recognize him anywhere but in one photograph in the SDSO. But I don't even think it's him, but he looks somewhat like the guy. Um, so I don't know where he came from, but let's say he is brought in after that magazine was made. That means he's been a cop recently, and he somehow managed to work his way up in a short amount of time, become a trooper, get close to Brian with all this stuff, and without a single footprint in the city, which is crazy to me. It makes no sense. So the plan is, ideally, I wish Jack was here for it, but after the storm, I want to go and put people on all the roads leading towards the observatory and towards the tower. And then I want to sneak up there and put a camera down on the tower so we can listen in on their conversations. It's gonna be kind of crazy though.
Do you think that's their meeting spot?
Yeah, they were there for hours, like hours, and it's all like detective folk. I also have pictures of the deputy mayor going there in her own car and hiding her car, hopping into a CVPI to talk to one of the cops. Then a random person or two girls like in a ruiner pulled up, and all the cops in the tower pulled guns, went down the stairs. Brian instantly called the guy who was in the CVPI down the hill. They were on the phone together for like 30 minutes while they were dealing with that car, I suppose. So whatever they are, they're super high alert over there and like easily spooked. Eventually, the deputy mayor Ada Hawthorne left in her own car. I got a picture of her face and everything in her own car, like coming towards me. But yeah, it's like I don't know. That's pretty much what we found out yesterday. So I guess for now, the task is to try and put a a camera down there in the tower, and maybe at the radio station too. Because we've seen Brian at the station before that Marty said, with the blacked out cars. So those are the two spots we know that he tends to go to. And we need to try and figure out who the fuck this trooper guy is. Also, another thing, Marty, I found out two changes happened. Remember I took photos of all the profiles in the courthouse on the day of the Buffalo?
Yeah.
I went to go look again yesterday, and there's two things I noticed. Lucy Demont, the same person who was at Brian at the tower and drove the Buffalo, that's what we assume, is a customs agent for Aegis, which explains her involvement regarding the international bullshit. Also, Brian used to be head of security at the casino, and on the day of the Buffalo, and yesterday, the day after, he is now a trusted role at the casino. The only other person that was head of security with him was Otto Del Mar, and now he only shares the new rank trusted with Elizabeth Reed. She's the head of the police LSPD for the earlier, the shift 3 or whatever, just like AU Storm. So clearly, only like the head of the government is able to get this trusted rank. Now here's what I'm thinking.
I've seen how much people spend in the casino, no?
Yeah, well, the thing is, for example, what I do, almost all cash I put into the bank, I write down casino, gamba this, lucky day this, 777, But the thing is, I rarely ever gamble. So if they can go check what my gambling traffic's like, and it doesn't match my income at all, that raises flags. So, I guess that's just some things you need to, I guess, figure out. But those are the changes that I've noticed in the last like 24 hours. That's where we currently are.
Hmm.